my crew. This is the yarn that I have left from the day by day pullover. And I said on another video that I wanted to extend the sleeves a little bit. And so I'm gonna measure this in grams. This is just a regular kitchen scale that I use. So I'm going to measure it, weigh it I mean. It says it's 34 grams. So that gives me 15, 16, that gives me 17 grams that I can use for each sleeve. So I'm going to split this up and then knit on the sweater today, and we'll see how far I get. Another thing I can do, which it would be easy for you also if you didn't want to use the kitchen scale, is I have something called the EEW yarn counter. It's from Dreaming Robots, and what it does, I'll show it to you here, is it counts how many yards you have. I have used this several times, and then we can divide it, right? So I have my ball winder all set up here, and I have this set up. There's just a little bit of setup to do. You're gonna turn it on. I'm going to reset it. And then I'm gonna ask for the WPI. Now the WPI, what that means is it's wraps per inch, and every yarn has a WPI, and this comes with this handy dandy WPI counter. And DK weight yarn, let's do it together. You would take your yarn here. So here it is, and you would line it up on the handy dandy guide. And this one, it's a 15, so it covers the 15 really well. And you can kind of see a little bit of the 12. So the WPI is 15 wraps per inch, or DK weight yarn. So here we go. Let's wind it up. Let's set this to 15. All right. And now we're going to thread it. There's lots of other things that you can do, but here we go. We're at 0. Let's move you over here so you can see me thread it. So you're gonna wrap it around twice. And now I'm going to thread my ball winder. Hopefully I have the right, because this was a center pull ball. Let's see if I got it right. Yes, Kimberly, spectacular. So now it's going to, I'm gonna hold this a little bit of a tension here whilst I wind. I'm gonna throw that on the ground so that it, here we go. Yay! We have 87.7 yards, right? So I'm gonna say 88. So now I'm going to rewind this ball with 44 yards each, and then we can work on it that way. I have my 2 balls, which are evenly distributed now, so I can just knit to my heart's content on the edge of the Day by Day pullover, and we'll see how much longer it gets. This, the yarn counter, it fits in this, it's a very sturdy box with, this is how you attach it to a table. And the power, I mean, I've had this for a little over a year, maybe 2 years. And this is how I store it. I keep it right in the box. It's little, it goes right with my ball winder that I've had for over 20 years in the original box. And then that's how I store them. The yarn counter, I actually have an affiliate link for this. It is less than $100, and what is really great about it is if somebody doesn't know what to get you for the holidays, this is a great gift to receive, even if you're not a designer, because we all have bits and bobs of yarn left over and we want to know how much it is, or how many times have you wound something into a ball and then it's in your stash and then you want to know, like, ooh, how much yarn do I have? This would come in handy for less than $100. I do have an affiliate link. I will post the link in the description box. It's no extra charge to you, but I do get a little kickback if you order from my affiliate link. Happy day 4, December 4th. I was just checking my Vita Lifestyle box to make sure it was the 4th. It is evening time already here, and so I just wanted to come on and say happy day 4 of Vlogmas. I'm going to go downstairs and finish decorating. So you'll see that all tomorrow. Let's get into what I worked on today. I told you guys that I would love that color yesterday from Victoria, which was Holiday Sprinkles. I want an entire sweater in this color. Once I saw it knit up, I mean, I loved it in the skein, but once I saw it knit up, I didn't realize that there was going to hardly be, you know, well, I'll just show it to you. Look at how gorgeous this is. Right? I thought that there was going to be more cream, like big spaces of cream, and that's why I'm not a dyer. Because she knows what she's doing. Look at the distribution of color. Absolutely amazing. So we have three squares done. And talking about squares, so there is last year's, well, that was the one that I did from 2022. That was the Farmhouse Christmas. And then this one that I'm wearing is from 2023, last year. This was Victoria's Christmas Around the World. Ooh, so that was in my closet. I picked for this one like a really I don't even, see, I'm not a yarn dyer color person. Just a really dark brown to tile this together. And I'm not loving the brown. So I'm thinking that I might change that color out as well. Now I really want to see what color is going to come after this, because I don't know that I'm going to love, and I don't know. I'm gonna ask her. I hope she makes this so that I can purchase a sweater quantity of it, because I would love for this to be a sweater next year. Such happy colors. So day 4 from Vitaland is Jolly Rancher Road. What was your favorite Jolly Rancher? Oh jeez. This is so good. This is so good. Now, I thought that it would be like a red color, like Jolly Rancher. Look at that gorgeous color. Oh my God, look how beautiful that is going to look on top of that. Man, great job, Victoria. Great job. Ooh, I can't wait to show you it all knit up. I'm loving this one this year. I'm loving it. All right. Here is the next color on the 24, the Cozy Knitter Advent. It's like, that's not really easy to see, is it? It's a periwinkle. Gorgeous, right? It's such a pretty periwinkle. And every day that I finish, I'm thinking to myself, I want to knit so much more. It's really hard for me to stop at one stripe. I finished almost all of the Sweet Little Stocking from yesterday, and as I was knitting this morning, I thought to myself, ooh, I'll stick some locks on the top of this and get to where we do the I-cord bind off, and then I'll show you how I finish the I-cord bind off in the round so that it looks like this. So that's going to be today's technique video, and let's put that in right now. Okay, look at how cute these white locks are. I found them in my stash. I have no idea what they are. So the pattern tells you to go, this is the beginning of the round here, and we are going to start our I-cord so that the hanger is right here. The way that we start the I-cord is you're going to stick your, so what I'm gonna do now, this is what I did. I knit over here, and now I'm going to place these stitches back. You don't need to know this. Back on to needle number 3. Okay. The way we're going to work this, when a pattern says to cast on a certain number of stitches to start the I-cord, you're going to go in between these 2 stitches, pull the yarn through and place it on the left needle. Now go in between these 2 stitches. So you're not going into stitches, you're going in between them. And that's 3. So let's work this I-cord. We're going to knit 2. And then on the 3rd one, we're going to knit 2 together through the back loop. And now we're going to place these back on our left-hand needle. This is also known as an I-cord bind off. So I'm going to knit 2, knit 2 together through the back loop. Replace to your left-hand needle. And we're going to continue that until we have 1 stitch left on the needle. All right, I purposely left the video running so I could see how long that it took me. And that took about 6 minutes to go all the way around. But see how it just is this really beautiful edge here. Oh, I love the way this looks. All right, so we have 1 stitch left here. And I'm going to just kind of put that down, holding the stitch, because I need to make the hanger now. So let's look at a hanger. And that is a simple I-cord. So we're going to now knit a simple I-cord for however long you want it. If you just want a small, tiny one, then you can do that. I tend to like my hangers to be a little bit longer. So we are just working a standard I-cord. Notice how I don't have to replace it back onto the other needle. I'm just sliding it to the other side. Unless you don't have any double pointed needles, then you can make an I-cord on regular straight needles. You just have to replace them like we did when we were working in the round. These are so long that they keep getting, I keep grabbing little bits of the locks. I had this pile of locks up here. Oh my gosh. Then I just started playing and pulling them apart. Somebody asked me what, that took one of the sheep locks wreath classes. And she asked what, when you're pulling locks apart, they all get a little fuzzy. There gets to be fuzzy bits in what you have left over. What do you do with those fuzzy bits? And what I do is then I spin those fuzzy bits into yarn, because I'm a spinner. And I will show you all of that next week. Okay. This is the size that I like. So I'm now going to work 2. And then I'm going to go into the back of this one. And I'm going to knit these 2 together. So that's how I'm joining it back to the main body. All right. Now we're going to work the I-cord bind off in the round. This is an excellent skill to have. I do have another video where you can see it a little bit. You might be able to see it a little bit better, who knows. But I've cut a length of yarn here. And what you're going to do is there are 3 stitches here. So 1, 2, 3, and 3 stitches here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this first stitch off using my darning needle as if to purl and pull your yarn through. I'm then going to come to where I first started here, find that first stitch. It doesn't have to be perfect, but there is a stitch right here. I'm going to go through both legs of the stitch. Now when I pull up here, I can see that little stitch right here. I'm going to go into that stitch again as if to purl and take that next stitch off the needle and pull. And now I'm going to find that second stitch. Now I don't pull super tight because I'm weaving in 1 row here. So I'm going to go back down into the stitch that I just took off the needle, and now grab that last stitch, pull the yarn, gonna come back up here and find that last stitch, that third stitch, and then I'm gonna come back here into that last, well, the last stitch on the needle, and that finishes it off. And now you have this seamless, isn't that incredible? I just find that incredible. So now we have this, it's joined. You can leave it like this. It absolutely works. But I want it to be closed here, to close it up like that. I just think it looks, I like the way that looks. So I'm just going to go through the two legs on that side. Come on, you pretty lock, out of the way. I pull that tight, and then I'm going to go into the two strands before and over here, and I'm just going to pull it. See how that just tightened it up? I want to give you all permission to look at that. Finagle your knits by using your tails or whatever you have. Now see, it's a little open here, so I'm gonna just make it a nice tight. There. Oh, I love the way that looks. And then I'll weave this in. And of course, on these little things, it's not really necessary to do a lot of weaving in. They're just going to be hanging on the tree. Or I showed these to my husband, and he said, oh, can you make this? Which this is wide enough. And we put it on a wine bottle, and we brought that as a hostess gift to a party. Isn't that great? Oh my gosh, look how cute this one is. What did you think? Isn't she cute? Oh my God, this looks like a really old-fashioned stocking. What I was trying to say, which I'm not sure that it came across in the video because I was like thinking and trying to find all my supplies and things, was that I wanted to give you permission to fix things. Fix the little corner where you're joining your yarn under your arm. Fix a side seam. Fix a shoulder seam. Fix where you joined new yarn with the yarn that you have, right? Here, I'm giving you permission. Not that I have to, but I'm just telling you that you don't have to knit everything perfectly, because you can fix things. And I also wanted to show you also, thank you all for the love of the quilted cardigan. I'm so thrilled that it's been very well received today. The pattern was released, and I'm just thrilled with everybody. Thank you for all your nice notes and for what you've written. It makes me so happy. I wanted to show you on here, on this spectacularly gorgeous thing, that there was a spot where I joined this little square here. There's like 2 stitches left when you get to the end of this one, and then this is decreasing as well, and it didn't look nice. It kind of was jagged, and so what I did, now I can't tell which one it was. I can't tell which one it was, but let's play on this one. So there was a little piece of yarn left over from here, and I simply made another stitch so that it looked like a nice smooth transition. One side had a gorgeous transition, and maybe it'll happen with the one that I'm knitting now. One had like a gorgeous transition, and one had like, it was kind of like, it didn't seam out right, but I was able to make it right. How many squares can get in one block? That made me laugh. Okay. So here's your permission to just use the tools that you have. You don't have to knit everything perfectly, but you can make things look perfectly knit. Just use other tools. Boy, is this thing cute. All right, that's all I have for you, friends. I'm so excited to get to work on the next stripes of the Cozy Knitter socks. I can't wait until I have a little bit more knitting to do. Maybe I'll get some of that gift knitting done. And you know I'm going to end up making another one of these because I now have 4. Every member of my family, my boys, their significant others, Marin, Chris, and I, we're 7 altogether. So I think that would be really cool to have 7 of these. Plus, I've started giving them as gifts. This looks amazing on a wine bottle when you go to a Christmas thing. The stockings pattern is linked down below, as well as the quilted cardigan. And also I wanted to let you all know, I know it's kind of late, could you hit the like button for me, please? Thanks. The thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. But Tabitha, my friend Tabitha of Long Island Yarn and Farm, I know I've mentioned her a million times, but we are going to do a Zoom class on the locks technique. With the price of the class, you will get everything that you need to make a 6-inch, little 6-inch wreath, minus the bow. So you're going to get locks. So you're not going to get white ones. You're going to get all the different colored ones, the really pretty different colored ones. And then you're going to get the form. And then you use your yarn from stash. You just need, I think you need about 50 yards for this, but we're gonna do it on Zoom because we can't get to every yarn shop. And it would be really cute if you wanted to get these done. Now there is limited space in the class because I like Zoom classes to be a little bit smaller. And the date for that is December 17th. We're going to do, let me double check. Hold please. December 17th from 7 to 9 via Zoom. If you would like to sign up for the class, you would need to go to Long Island Yarn and Farm, and you'll see classes there. I'll put the link in the description box below. And I sincerely appreciate you all being here. I'm just being called for dinner. And I love having you all here. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. The next thing I worked on, I just finished this sweet little, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to work on that.